Hello everyone, today is Tuesday the 23rd. Now today, as you can see, for gold, swing day is a Tuesday, and that's nice. Why? Because we have an impulse wave. Let's just first check it out. With an impulse wave from last Wednesday, right? Remember, Wednesday, Thursday was a swing day. Okay. So markets going up, retracing into Tuesday, making the lows at the Astro hours here. There was also a high here at the Astros. I said you could also sell if the market went up. Yesterday, if you read my comments, I said in the New York session, we'll have an up-down motion. And that's exactly like what happened here. This up-down motion at the opening. I gave the hours as well for that one. So if you watched out for that one, you should have been okay with the movements. All right. Now with this, the pullback and going up is okay. Just need to be careful here. All right, as you can see, that's the goodbye kiss there. But we have a PST breakout. So once you have a PST breakout happening like here, all right, you don't want to stand in front of it. You want to go with the flow. All right, so the market pulls back, impulse wave, A, B, C, coming into the zone, filling in the gap, impulse wave, A, B, C on the smaller time frame. Let's get back into that smaller time frame here. Okay, so we've got this triangle. If you've done the wave analysis with me, that should fit in just well, as you can see. All right, and now we've got that. So the pullback should come back into here, fill in the gaps, then we should make a target of 2039, and then even more into 61, which is 2068. We'll see how that pans out. And 66, 2122. So following this format is still okay. The trend is still going up. Okay. Now here we've got, as you can see, got a red arrow and a blue arrow, right? Could go both ways. Blue arrow seems to be here on the PST level. Okay. The red one, it says can be fake. All right. So there's a breakout into both directions. And the red one can be fake. But remember, yesterday I said this zone is going to be the support of the day, which is there. Why? Because we had the daily and the weekly there. So the market filled in the gap, as you can see here. Fills in the gap and then goes up, retests on the Astro hour, and the market, as you can see, is like pushing up nice and easy. Okay, so then we should come back again to go up. So at Astro hours, if the market comes back down here, this zone is still okay to buy in order to go up. Okay. Now, what you should target for, like I said, is that 2039. Okay, because that's a fresh level. On top of that, though, what you can do, I'm just going to get rid of this. What you can do is also go for those higher levels. So on the daily, like I said, if we break out, then that would be a target 61, which is 2068. So you can move that. You can move, just bear with me. 2068 there. All right, so that's one level there. That's on the daily. And on the weekly is a bit too far out, so we can wait for that to happen. Okay, this 2034.97 is something that we're going to have to break. So I'm just going to move this here, 2034. Let's call it 2035. All right, so we need to break above that, but it should do that. Why? Because we're like really on, we're like out, breaking out. Okay, so that's it on any pullback into an Astro. I think going up is good. Like I said, there's a bit of a gap here, so market filling in and then going up is the way to go. SB 500. Yesterday was a swing day. I gave the prices for that. I said you could sell here at Astro hours. Okay, so that was a price. That was a price. So as you can see, the market pretty much on that level. They're slightly higher, but that's the Astro zone. This is why we've got the Astro hours. Remember, we want to have a price and a time match. And the opening here, as you can see, is exactly how I said it would be, that there should be an up, down, or a down, up motion. within those hours here, within that hour here, and that's it, up, down, up, and then the market pushing down. All right. So what to do with this one? Let's take a look at the daily. As you can see, we're sitting on that support line there, which is your LCL1. Take a look at your weekly there, 71. That's why that 4863 was okay to be selling at. As long as we're staying below the high of yesterday, I think Astro hours are okay to sell. If we break above that, don't stand in front of it, because if it goes above that, we've got the LCL1, which may take us even higher, because as you can see, that thing closed higher. So this is aggressive. Okay, it's aggressive. We're either going to go up somewhere and then it's just going to rock it down, fall like a rock like this, okay, and give everybody a shock, or something like this and give everybody a shock, because there's just too many gaps. It's just not a healthy trend. So selling from the highs, that is, for us, is not a bad idea. Euro dollar here. We got the euro dollar nice and easy. Okay, this is also yesterday. You can check it out. It's just good going up today. All right. Yesterday I said the market could go a bit sideways. Okay, but selling the weekly pivot is always, an option for us. If it's an Astro hour, it's good. And if you bought the lows as well, you should have been okay. Now, if I just refresh this, so we get our daily pivot here, as you can see, I said the market has room to go up yesterday. It already did that level. Okay, so they sold off from there. But let's take a look on the daily again and the weekly, just to recap. Right, here we are on the weekly. Now look, this weekly 56, I said, is a good location for the market to retest. Why? It's a PST level 0960. On the daily, do I have an 0960? I've got an 0930, 0923. All right. So between 0930 and 0960. All right. So 0930. So we should definitely head up to test those levels. I like the 0960 more because, like I said, I like a good PST breakout and then a retest the high and then the push down. Okay. Now on the price, we've got 0992, but because there's no gap, I don't see any reason for us to go there. And the reason I gave a lower point is that 0910 is where this meets here, the previous day's bar. So 0910 is here, also a resistance level. And this is how it panned out yesterday. All right. So that's like pretty much, as you can see, done. Okay. On the daily here. So we still have a little bit room with this one to pop up into that 0920 zone. All right. So 0930, 0920. All right, so these levels should be there. But like I said, I like this one because it's a weekly PST level. We'll see how things pan out. Okay, so be a bit careful on that one because there are a few levels out there. On the, let's see, monthly is not going to be relevant. That's the weekly. Daily. The max out is 0928 on the daily. So let's do this. Let's get rid of this so we don't get confused. Let's get rid of this. Let's just take out the good ones. Just keep the good ones on here. All right, so 0928 is on the daily and that's on the weekly. So if I want to go and target, I don't want to be buying here. I want the market to pull back, fill the gap, and then go up. Now, if it doesn't come back down, but it keeps pushing up, then selling here and selling here is going to be the way to go. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin. Right here, let's take a look. Oh, that's Bitcoin. Pretty much like what we said. All right, breaking down here, closing down here. So push up is a good way to sell off. Let's see. All right, so this is where we got with the US 30. As you can see, we're just off that cone there, and that was the level LCL1. Let's see what happened there. There you go. All right. So if you went up there and then sold off, you should have been okay. Remember, it was a swing day as well. And that's 5:15. If you check out the swing hours for yesterday, okay, what do we have? We had 6:30, and this is your 6:30 there. All right. And I did say we'll have an up-down movement happening within the hours of, I think it was 14:05, which would have been 15:05 here. That's your 15:05 right there. All right. So from here to there, that's an up and then boom, down movement. Okay. So that's nice and easy. Now, and knowing the price levels also obviously is good. Keeping loyal to that is good. We want to be selling around here. Selling here is good. If in New York we go up, we want to sell again. On the daily, if it does a retest, LCL1 is 38,131. 38,131. On the weekly, it's pretty much done deal. 74, 38,063, which is, whoops, 38,063 is there. We can get rid of that. Nice and easy. This is not a bad place to sell either at Astro Hours. And I've posted the Astro Hours already. So if you're following your trade, you should be all good. Coming down into these levels, your first target, 37,913. Let's see where we are on the daily. Coming back into 60, 37,823, 37,823 is there. So you want to target this. Okay, but this should break. Okay, we should be breaking this. All right. And then on the weekly, maybe coming back down to LCL1, 37,418. We'll keep that on the radar. 37,418 is down here. Okay. 418. All right, so that's on the radar. Obviously, the weekly pivot, okay, and you can see where the market broke out from here. So the market pulling back down, I think, is okay. Selling the highs, I think, is the way to go. Okay, we've got a full moon coming up on Thursday. This is dangerous. I'll tell you why, because it's a cone. All right, you see the market is just too nuts. It's just getting wider and it's just going to terrorize everyone. But we should pull back in any case down to there. What's the high of that? 37,529. 37,529 is down here. Well, look, you can mark that in as well if you like. If you're using your 80 AM strategy, you can just pick off those levels with your technical analysis. All right. NASDAQ, here we are. NASDAQ also Tuesday, swing day. Remember, Monday, SP 500 was a swing day. Dow Jones Monday, Tuesday. So NASDAQ also possibly wanting to go down. So selling the NASDAQ as well is not a bad idea. Okay, we had a few levels. They're pretty high, as you can see, up there yesterday. Let's see if there's a change on the daily. Not particularly. On the weekly, not particularly. So we'll still keep that 73. If the market does make a funny move and go up, you still want to be selling off at the highs. Okay, if you want to sell off here from the high of yesterday, that zone at Astro Hours in New York, it's still doable. Okay. And 17,311, I obviously marked that in yesterday, and that's how it is. Okay. Bitcoin, this is a nice push on the daily, so no real dramas there. If we go up for a good buy kiss again here, or go higher to good buy kiss here, selling again is an option. There's a big gap here. If it keeps pushing down, that's already a sign we're going to go up. But like I said, we're waiting for spring for that. So on the 15-minute chart, that's nice. The market should make an up move to sell off again. Like I said, you can mark that in on your daily, either there, okay, because that's going to be a good buy case. If you want to be a bit more precise, you can move it to there, okay. and there. All right, and do that. Or what you can do, just do this. All right, there. So if the market kind of like pushes up into that good buy kiss, that's your zone there as well to sell off. Okay, but that's a nice and clear sign for us. Now, obviously, the market's got room to push. There's a bit of gapping there. I'm just going to move this into there. Why? Because this is the breakout level, and that's going to be your good buy kiss. So people will want to be buying as it comes down here. All right. So if it keeps pushing down with that going up, then this is going to be a buy zone here. All right.